So we are going to talk about the most fundamental verb, Spanish verb, ser. One of the two be verbs that they have in Spanish. And ser, we're gonna dissect it. Both are to be translated to be, so it's almost same, but ser is more used for a permanent condition such as gender or country where you are born, or the color of hair and eyes, or your occupation. Por ejemplo, for example, yo soy abogado. I am a lawyer. ¿Es usted japonés? Are you Japanese? Todos estos platos eran de mi abuela. All these plates belong to my grandma. Ser is an irregular ER verb. And we're going to take a look at all the basic conjugations that it has. The complete dissection. Please note that for indicative conjugation for verb ser, irregularity happens in the present, the preterite, and the imperfect tense. In other words, all the other tenses conjugate with a regular pattern. This present tense for ser is completely irregular, where typically infinitive form of the verb will drop er and add certain type of ending pattern. So if this verb conjugate with the regular pattern, it will be so, ses, se, semos, seis, sen. But it actually conjugate to soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. Now, once you get really familiar with them, it becomes instinctual to you so that you don't need anything but you will recognize. But there is obvious pattern or the sign, compared to regular endings, regular verb conjugation. Soy is I am. Eres is you are. Es could be he is, she is, or it is. Remember, Spanish noun has its masculinity, so they can be he or she instead of it. But of course, in English, we will translate as it is. Somos is we are. Sois is you or are. And son is they are. Or it could be those or these are. Yo soy. Tú eres. Él es. Ella es. Usted es. Nosotros somos. Vosotros sois. Ellos son. Ellas son. Ustedes son. Let's take a look at from another angle. It's so important to look things from different multi-angles. Soy yo. Eres tú. Es usted. Somos nosotros. Sois vosotros. Son ustedes. Again, the purpose of this video is so that you can get familiar with these conjugated forms of the verb. You don't need to memorize all from the beginning, but it is so crucial that you are going to be able to identify it. The repetition is a matter of learning, and this is something that relates to how our brain works. So one of the best way is to repeat them verbally with your mouth. You have to vocalize them. You could repeat soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. By vocalizing them, your brain will register, and you don't memorize. Even if you don't memorize them, you will get so familiar with that you will recognize when you hear or when you see it. As an adult language learner, this is a crucial first step. Here is some of your personal choice that you can make. because most of countries in Latin America don't use vosotros. If your focus is the Spanish language in Latin America, you could ignore vosotros. Sois vosotros. The repetition exercise for you is going to be soy, eres, es, somos, son. Let's take a look at examples. Tus ojos son azules hermosos. Your eyes are beautifully blue. Your eyes are beautiful and blue. But the most important point here is the son is the verb, and which means are. Mi abuela es dentista. My grandma is a dentist. So here, the important thing is es is the verb, which means is, referring to the third person singular, my grandma, mi abuela. Soy de Japón. I am from Japan. Soy is the key of this sentence. Soy means I am, referring to first person singular, I. Let's move on to Preterite. This one conjugates irregular as well. So fui means I was. Fuiste means you were. Fue means he was or she was. And if it's not a person, it could be it was. Fuimos means we were. Fuisteis means you all were. Fueron means they were. Let's take a look at in another chart. Yo fui, tú fuiste, él fue, ella fue, usted fue, nosotros fuimos, vosotros fuisteis, ellos fueron, ellas fueron, ustedes fueron. Fui yo, fuiste tú, fue usted, fuimos nosotros, fuisteis vosotros, fueron ustedes. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuisteis, fueron. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fueron. El edificio fue diseñado por Kengo Kuma, el arquitecto famoso. The building was designed by Kengo Kuma, a famous architect. Here, the most important verb is fue, which is for third person singular, el edificio. Fui administrador, pero ahora soy profesor. I was a manager, but now I'm a professor. In here, the most important verb is fui, which is first person singular, Preterite for I. Let's dive into imperfect tense. Era, I was, I used to be. Eras, you were, you used to be. Era, he, she was, he, she used to be. Éramos, we were, we used to be. Erais, you all were, you all used to be. Eran, they were, they used to be. Yo era, tú eras, él era, ella era, usted era, nosotros éramos, vosotros erais, ellos eran, ellas eran, ustedes eran. Era yo, eras tú, era usted, éramos nosotros, erais vosotros, eran ustedes. Era, eras, era, éramos, erais, eran. Era, eras, era, Éramos, eran. Era de noche cuando llegaron a París. It was night when they arrived to Paris. In this sentence, the most important verb is era. The first person singular, imperfect. Estas ollas eran de mi abuela. These jewels used to belong to my grandma. Here, most important verb is eran. It's a third person plural, imperfect. ¿Eras tú en la escuela esta tarde? Were you at the school this afternoon? Here, most important verb is eras. Second person singular, imperfect. Now we move on to future tense. Seré, I will be. Serás, you will be. Será, he or she will be. Seremos, we will be. Seréis, you all will be. Serán, they will be. Yo seré, tú serás. Él será, ella será. Usted será. Nosotros seremos. Vosotros seréis. Ellos serán. Ellas serán. Ustedes serán. Seré yo. Serás tú. Será usted. Seremos nosotros. Seréis vosotros. Serán ustedes. Seré. Serás. Será. Seremos. Seréis. Serán. Seré. Serás. Será. Seremos. Serán. La fiesta será en su casa de mi cuñado. The party will be at my brother-in-law's house. Here, most important verb is será. It is third person singular future. Ellos serán arquitectos un día. They will be architects one day. Here, the most important verb is serán. It's a third person plural future. Let's move to conditional tense. Sería, I would be. Serías, you would be. Sería, he or she would be. Seríamos, we would be. Seríais, you all would be. Serían, they would be. Yo sería, tú serías, él sería, ella sería, usted sería, nosotros seríamos, vosotros seríais, ellos serían, ellas serían, ustedes serían. Sería yo, serías tú, sería usted, seríamos nosotros, seríais vosotros, serían ustedes. Sería, serías, sería, seríamos, seríais, serían. Sería, serías, sería, seríamos, serían. Sería la culpa de tu novio. It will be your boyfriend's fault. Here, the most important verb is sería. It is third person singular conditional. Ellos serían profesores si estudian muy duro. They will be professors if they studied hard. Here, the most important verb is serían, which is third person plural conditional. Let's move on to present perfect tense. He sido, I have been. Has sido, you have been. Ha sido, he or she has been. Hemos sido, we have been. Habéis sido, you all have been. Han sido, they have been. Similar to the one in English, present perfect tense will be conjugated with the verb haber equal to have in English, and haber is going to be conjugated, and ser will be conjugated, transformed to past participle, sido. Yo he sido, tú has sido, él ha sido, ella ha sido, usted ha sido, nosotros hemos sido, vosotros habéis sido, ellos han sido, ellas han sido, ustedes han sido. He sido yo, has sido tú, ha sido usted, hemos sido nosotros, habéis sido vosotros, han sido ustedes. He sido, has sido, ha sido, hemos sido, habéis sido, han sido. He sido, has sido, ha sido, hemos sido, han sido. Has sido flojo. You have been lazy. Here the most important verb is has sido, second person singular, present perfect. Nosotros hemos sido de Nueva York Yankees por casi siempre. We have been rooted for New York Yankees for almost forever. Here the most important verb is hemos sido, which is first person plural, present perfect. And ser de is the phrase meaning rooted for. Now let's move on to Pluperfect, past perfect tense. Había sido, I had been. Había sido, you had been. Había sido, he or she had been. Habíamos sido, we had been. Habíais sido, you all had been. Habían sido, they had been. Yo había sido, tú habías sido, él había sido, ella había sido, usted había sido, nosotros habíamos sido, vosotros habíais sido, ellos habían sido, ellas habían sido, ustedes habían sido. Había sido yo, había sido tú, había sido usted, habíamos sido nosotros, habíais sido vosotros, habían sido ustedes. Había sido, habíais sido, había sido, habíamos sido, habíais sido, habían sido. Había sido, había sido, había sido, habíamos sido, habían sido. ¿Cuánto cuesta este cuadro? Había sido $900 por un tiempo, pero no sé ahora. How much is this picture? It had been $900 for a while, but I don't know now. Here, most important verb is había sido. It is third person singular, past perfect. Este negocio había sido mi manera para servir el pueblo. This business had been my way to serve the village. Here, the most important verb is había sido. It's third person singular, past perfect. So we all gonna die one day. We live once and we die forever. So the question is, why are we not practicing or trying to achieve when we want something so badly? I used to have this problem, so that's why I struggled. And of course I struggled because I wasn't doing 400% or for 100%. And I today tell myself all the time, Do it like I'm gonna die. Do it like you're gonna die. Because I promise you that you're not gonna die by doing so. But nobody promised you that you're gonna live tomorrow. So you might as well do it like you are gonna die. That way, when you realize your time is up, you're not gonna regret. You can die free.